All right, time to talk about Jack Boys 2 because my favorite artist and well, Cactus Jack is not just my favorite artist. Cactus Jack, which includes my favorite artist, released another album, Jack Boys 2. Yeah, and first impression, like the first time I listened to it, I'm going to be honest, bro, I was like, there's some good songs here, but I know this album is not on par. But then again, the first time I listened to Utopia, which is my favorite album of all time, definitely my favorite rap album. I mean, to be fair, my favorite rap album constantly change. At some point, well, I don't know if I consider Live Love ASAP. I don't know if I consider it's technically not an album, but it's a mixtape. Sometimes I just genuinely think that's some of the best music ever. At long last ASAP. I think it interchange between Rodeo, at long last ASAP, Utopia up here. But for the most part, I think it's Utopia. Astral, all that, Rodeo, all that. But for the most part, it's Utopia, yeah. And the first time I listened to Utopia, I was like, nah, I'm not, nah, I don't feel this. But bro, couple months later, I thought Utopia. I was like, yo, not couple months. It's like I think a week later, I listened to the whole album and realized that yo, this album might be the greatest shit of all time. But anyways, the point is, I can't like after the first Jack Boys 2 listen, I was like, nah, I'm going to give it some days to let it marinate. Yeah, I'm going to let this album marinate. No, the album marinate, and I don't think it's as bad as I thought it was, but it's still not on par compared to Utopia. But like after I let it marinate and all that, I listened back to Utopia, and I was like, yo, this just reminds me of how good Utopia was, bro. Like Utopia was so good. Job Boys 2 is not bad. I give it like if I'm going to rate Utopia, like bias, it's a 10 out of 10. But then I mean, if I try to give it like a more realistic rating, yeah, because I guess I can say no album is really like 10 out of 10. I guess I can say, in my personal opinion, it's at least like a 9.7, in my personal opinion. If I give Utopia a 9, said 9, like the bare minimum 9, I cannot give Drop Boys 2 8, bro. Or even 7.5. Because I think Birds is a 8.3 around that tier. And I think Birds is way better. Not way better. I think Birds is better than Drop Boys 2. So I think Jack Boy is like a 7 out of 10. Bro, the mixing and some of the songs, I don't really like it, bro. What was that song? Domo is cool. 2000 excursion. First time I like it, I was like, I mean, it's good, but it's not that good. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think that's a good song. Further flow. I really like that song. I kind of like these Kodak Cactus Jack features. Yeah, I remember the last time he was on Dan Toliver's album. Yeah, I like the Kodak feature a lot. I think it's probably the best feature. The Glorilla feature. Yeah. But wait, what was that song? 21 Savage was on, bro. 21 Savage, bro. Like this guy is like one of my favorite artists. Yeah, especially on features. Like this guy is definitely one of my favorite artists. But those ad libs, bro, whose idea was that? Bro, he basically ruined the song, bro. I think it was on Kiko, wasn't it? Let me check. I think it was on Kiko, bro. Bro, why was he like literally an ad lib after Travis's ad lib? Are we dead ass? Anyways, Champagne and Vacay. That was good. Also, Dan Toliver. I think Dan Toliver should have been more involved in this album, bro. Like Dan Toliver produced some of my favorite Jack Boys songs. You remember What to Do? I think that's probably my favorite Jack Boy song. And I think that was mainly due to Don Toliver's don't know what to wait, don't know what to do. Ooh, yeah, bro, yeah. Like Iman Cherry's cooked on that. Woke up when 17, calling me. Bro, like peak Jack Boys, man. But anyways, yeah, I think speaking of Jack Boys, Iman Shekwes made that Velour song. At first, I wasn't feeling it, but I'm like, yeah. So Fago, not really the biggest So Fago fan, but I think So Fago did his thing on MW3 and that song he featured on with Travis Scott. Actually, I think he had a better verse than Travis on the song that he featured with Travis. But yeah, am I disappointed? I mean, I wasn't really that hyped for this album for some reason, bro. After I heard the snippets, I was like, yeah, I guess it's just going to be one of those albums I really vibe to. Not too major. It's not no Utopia, no Astro or Rodeo. It's not going to be even the first Shot Boys. And I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the first Shot Boys. I think the first Shot Boys is definitely better. The first Shot Boys is definitely good. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but it's definitely good. Also, Vibes Cartel and Glorilla and Tyler was on the album. Vibes Cartel, I'm a fellow Jamaican. This is not prime Vibes Cartel, bro. Like, as a Jamaican, trust me, this is not prime Vibes Cartel, bro. I'm telling you, man. If this was prime Vibes Cartel, you'll get a way better verse. Not to say the verse was ass, it's just not prime. Anyways, Tyler, good verse, I guess. The whole PBJ thing, I'm not a fan of that either, man. I mean, Travis can do good R&B. Is that even R&B type of song? But I'm not really necessarily a big fan of it. It's not bad, not a fan of that specific song. The Deluxe. I haven't listened to the Deluxe, but that Wizard. Bro, I've been waiting on that song for the longest while, man. That's easily the best song on this album. Easily, easily the best song on the whole entire album. I thought it was supposed to be called Boston, but whatever, man. As long as the song's out, and nothing is wrong with it, bro. Like I can listen to the song in peace. He needs to drop. What's that song? Yeah, Mo City Flexologist or however it's pronounced. Bro needs to drop that on DSPs, man. I don't need to just listen. I don't want to go to YouTube or have to pull up files every time I want to listen to the song, bro. I really don't. I really don't want to. But yeah, decent album. I won't say it's good. Decent album. Probably, definitely the worst Trap Boys album. And yeah, I think that's the worst Travis album. Obviously, it's not better than Jack Honcho. It's not better than Utopia. Not better than Astro. Not better than Birds. Not Words, Birds. And not better than. It's not better than any of those three. And it's not better than Jack Honcho. It's not better than the original Jack Boys. But that's just really because Travis is just that good. To be fair, it's a decent album. One really good song, and that's that Wizard. Some good songs like Domo, Kick Out. If 21 Savage is not literally at the end of every single adlib. Um, Where Was You with Carti? I really like the Carti verse. I really love the Carti verse. Further Flows, I love that song. Not love, I like that song. Yeah, decent album. I wish Dan Toliver was on it more though. Shequest. I mean, people don't love I what was it? LMB. I genuinely thought that song was decent, but whatever, man. I kind of like it, but yeah, decent album.